Hi everyone, welcome to the Week 5, Chapter 2 reading test. All right, we are translating sentences. As you translate sentences, the best thing to do is to read through the sentence first. Kind of note things that you think you know, that you should know, that you definitely don't know, and build from there. The key to reading Latin is to focus on the endings. Now, this is a little counterintuitive because English focuses on word order, where Latin focuses on endings. But you have to get used to focusing on the endings, not the word order. English does this most commonly with pronouns, really only with pronouns, some more frequently than others. So we would never say him went to the store, right? It's the wrong form or the wrong ending. We'd say he went to the store. Okay, puer, puellaque, laborant, all right? Both puer and puella are nominative, all right? Puella's got that A ending for the nominative, all right? Puer is just that straight, that R ending for the nominative, and que, that word que, can't see that too well, sorry about that, is a conjunction. What conjunctions do is join words together and join like words together. The trick with que is that que is going to connect the word before the word to which it's attached. I use peanut butter jelly que as a way to remember it. So peanut butter jelly que is peanut butter and jelly, right? So puer, puellaque is the boy and the girl, all right? And then you just get your verb laborant. Remember that the verb endings are helpful because the verb endings will tell you the subject and whether the subject is singular or plural. Which when endings get ambiguous can sometimes help. So that NT ending is the they ending or the third person plural ending, which works out well with the compound subject, puer, puellaque. All right. One more thing, sorry. The subject, remember, does the action, okay? And the direct object, which is the accusative case, receives the action. So puer, puellaque, laborant. All right, so what are the puer and the puellaque doing? Laborant. Who's laborant? The puer and puella. All right, number 2. So pecuniam, videt, sed tacet. So sed is another conjunction. All right, it means but it's still a conjunction, does the same thing. And so it's linking videt and tacet. All right, conjunctions will often come between, when they're freestanding words, will come between the words that they are connecting. All right, that means pecuniam is the only noun in the sentence, and you'll note that it has that am ending, which is the accusative ending. So, videt, sed tacet, pecuniam. When there's no nominative subject, when there's no noun that's a subject, you use the ending to supply the subject. So for the T ending, that's going to be he, she, or it. In this case, it doesn't matter. The Latin doesn't tell you whether it's he, she, or it. I imagine that he or she will make more sense than it, but in the end, either he or she is correct. There isn't necessarily one that the Latin confirms as the correct pronoun. Habemusne aquam et rosas. All right, so same thing. We've only got accusative nouns. We also have a conjunction. You'll note here the conjunction is joining those two accusative nouns. So again, I can sort of bracket those off. They are one unit. They both function as the collective direct object of habemus. Mus is the verb ending. So make sure you know who that mus refers to or what that mus means. The ne that's on the end there, that is a little ending that doesn't change the mus part, doesn't change the actual ending of the verb, that indicates that it is a yes-no question. So Latin doesn't use punctuation marks, or didn't use punctuation marks, so it often uses words as kind of a punctuation mark substitute. So instead of using a question mark, ne indicates that it is a yes-no question. There's specific words for specific question words in Latin. Number 4, timent viri et feminae amicos vocant. All right, now, you got a conjunction here, but you'll note that you have two verbs, timent and vocant. All right, it might seem that the et is connecting the viri and the feminae, and it sort of is, but it's really not. It's really connecting the clauses, the two separate parts of the sentence. And you have to be careful of that, right? So the idea is that if you translate viri and feminae together, as if the conjunction is joining them, the rest of the sentence isn't going to work, or you're going to be too jumpy in your word order. And even though Latin word order is certainly more flexible than English word order, it is not random. They don't just sort of throw the words up and see where they land, and that's the word order. So the et separates those two, connects those two verbs and those two separate clauses. So the weary timent et the feminae vocant amicos. All right? And all the endings apply. So weary is the subject of timent, feminae is the subject of vocant, and amicos, with that os ending, is the direct object. Bellum et pueros et puellas terret. All right? So here you've actually got 3 accusatives joined by 2 conjunctions. And generally speaking, you will have one more element than you have conjunctions. So in the previous sentences with conjunctions, we've had 1 conjunction, it's joining 2 things. In this sentence, we have 2 conjunctions, and so 3 things are being joined. Note that because of their endings, they're accusative, and so the subject will be contained in that T ending in terret. Agricola nautaque dona laudant. All right, so another conjunction, which we should be used to at this point. Remember that the que, translation-wise, is going to go in between agricola and nauta. They are both your subjects with that a ending. This is the first sentence, however, that we have, a third, no, sorry, not a third noun, that we have a subject and an accusative expressed in the same sentence. Previous sentences, we've had an accusative with the subject in the verb, contained in the verb. All right, so dona is a neuter noun, so that means that a ending is going to be accusative. Could be nominative as well. In the neuter, the nominative and the accusative are the same, but because agricola and nauta have to be nominative, that means that dona, by process of elimination, has to be accusative. Now you might say, hey, it's got the same ending, why can't it be nominative as well? You'll note that there is no conjunction between nautaque and dona. Remember, que joins agricola and nauta, but there is no other conjunction. There is no et. There is no donaque, whatever it might be. That suggests, that says, that dona is a separate noun. So we've got subjects, agricola and nauta, and direct object, dona. So the agricola nautaque, laudant, dona. All right, number 7, vir puerque casam vident. All right, so again, similar to number 6, we've got both subjects and direct objects. Que connecting vir and puer, casam as our direct object. This direct object a little more straightforward, just because it is visually more separate from those subjects. Number 8, similar to number 4, you've got a conjunction, but it is separating clauses, or I should say joining clauses, rather than nouns. So puella clamat, one clause, et femina timet, another clause. All right. No direct objects, no accusatives. Both puella and femina are nominatives, and they are the subjects of their verbs. Now to iacet, said amicus laborat. So number 9, similar to number 8, said the conjunction is separating the 2 clauses. And again, just subjects. Nauta is the subject of iacet, amicus is the subject of laborat. And number 10, widesne, dona. All right, and again, that ne suggests that, or tells you that it is a yes-no question. The S ending is really the functioning verb ending, and dona, as we saw in number 6, is that neuter accusative plural. So widesne dona, the subject is in the S, and the dona is the direct object. All right, that is it for this particular test. Please be in touch if you have any questions. Thanks.